tuned in to the Takeover.
You locked in, stand up.
We the greatest.
The Takeover. Allow me to reintroduce myself. The Takeover. The break's over, nigga.
With Josh G and AJ.
We running this rap shit. The Takeover.
Yeah, you heard the drop. You heard the drop. You know what it is. It's the one and only Takeover with your boys, Josh G and A to the motherfucking J. And I'm a little chippy today, so you can get a little F-bombs. It was one of those weekends where nothing that I like won. It was pretty terrible. My pro team lost. College team lost. My fantasy team got the breaks taken off of them. And I know the same thing happened for you. So we're a little bit chippy coming in here on an episode 10.
Yeah, how you really feel? Hi. I can't even say hi yet.
Sorry.
Jeez, so wheeze. Yeah, you heard him. This is me, AJ. Oh, A to the motherfucking J. It is that kind of week, though. Mm-hmm. It is an A to the motherfucking J kind of week because this weekend was kind of weak. W-E-A-K. Because the Raiders got their ass kicked. Uh-huh. And the Trojans lost a heartbreaker. And the Dodgers are still fake good. I don't know what's up with the Dodgers. They're good, whatever.
Yeah, they're good. We don't talk about them. Well, it's only football season right now. Baseball season hasn't even started. The season doesn't start for us until October. So we're not going to worry about that right now. What about you? Let's introduce the third member to the Clizic, the Takeover crew. You know what it is. It's the one and only B. B, how was your weekend, man? How did your team stack up?
Everything sucked.
Wow. So
everything was bad. The fantasy gods hated me this weekend. Mm-hmm. Just Bonafide hated me. Just injury.
Yeah, that's never
good. That's a whole nother topic. And I'm sure at one point throughout the podcast, I will have a nice little rant on my fantasy life because I lost about like 5 points, and I could have did a lot of things different. And don't ever listen to my fantasy page. Oh, actually. Just, since we're going there.
Let's go there. Let's just go there.
Last week, if you want to, revisit the tape.
Good news first. Let's start with good news first.
I did say a lot of just very great points. And that ended up just coming to fruition.
Unbelievable.
Especially, I told everyone that I was really scared of my Christian McCaffrey play in fantasy, and that proved to be right on point. Plus, every single pick that we picked on here and talked about, and B, I don't know if you remember, but
he remembers. He has a note
on
down.
the NFL, we were undefeated. Mm-hmm. Give you 4 picks. You got to win a 14 parlay if you're in Las Vegas.
And then Pops' 14 parlay did pretty swift too as well. I know a couple of teams that I had off the dome did pretty well too.
Yes. I think Pops was like 3 for 4.
The only thing that you actually got wrong though, and you went on a limb, was with that Stanford, which wasn't a bad bet though.
Yeah.
It wasn't a bad bet.
I didn't know how bad Stanford was. Well, actually, I don't know. Yeah, maybe I didn't know how good UCF was. So yes, exactly. I just thought it was going to be like, that they were going to go in there and punch him in the mouth, but they got their fucking mouth punched is what happened. They got their ass kicked. So that was a bad play. But that was one bad call out of like 16. And then we even said stay away from USC.
Yes.
It's going to be a scary one. So I don't know, man. If you guys want to make some money, you might want to tune in.
It was a fire podcast. And we're getting ready for another one right now because this is episode 10. Yes, we've blessed.
Oh, yeah.
We've blessed people with 10 episodes now.
I know.
It's unbelievable.
You know what's funny? Usually I always like to say like episode yes, but like I don't know because you're so mad about your team's losing right now. You kind of just and I had like a whole flow. I had like a whole flow. Like in the car, I was like, oh, we like episode yes, good with the best, and it's the West.
Wow, it's not that bad though.
That really came to my head though.
Yeah,
that's when I was on the freeway and I almost passed the exit. It was a long story.
A very long story, but we won't get into that because it is episode 10. We'd like to thank everybody because there's been a lot of you that have listened to every podcast. A lot of you that have checked us out. There's been people that have called in. There's been people that have helped us with drops. So we thank everybody for every single thing, all your support, every text message,
we see every single view. We appreciate them, Like, you don't have to tune in live. It's kind of hard. I don't even have shows that I watch live. Everyone DVRs everything now. So I get it. But, we
people
still
don't even have sex live anymore. They just take videos and send.
Right, yeah. It's hard to do anything, especially for 2 hours. Yeah. So, even if you tune in at all, it's, in any form or fashion, as I should say. Maybe today, maybe tomorrow, maybe in a month. Mm-hmm. Don't look at our first one, though. Start from and
I like looking at the first one.
Yeah?
Yeah, you got to start somewhere.
Or maybe look at the first one, then go to like the 6, and you can see some progression.
Six.
You can see some progression. And I've been really pleased with what we've been doing here because I've been having so much fucking fun. Not only that, like I said, we've been dropping Fuego sports takes since the days of nothing going on, and now we have so much going on in the NFL. There's just no reason not to tune into the Takeover.
There's really no reason why.
I'm just saying.
Let's think of one.
Our faces. But
Oh, yeah,
Spotify,
there it is.
you don't have to even look.
Yeah, Spotify and iTunes. I mean, that thing
And
called iTunes. I
iTunes.
mean, everybody has an
Yes,
iPhone.
yeah,
It's on the podcast section. You go in there, you put the Takeover.
I know.
And guess what?
I don't know if I
We
subscribed
pop
it.
up.
I never support our own
Yeah,
brand.
well,
Who are
wait till
we?
later. Wait till later.
iHeartRadio's next week.
Oh my God, iHeartRadio's next week.
Do it.
I mean,
do
you know,
it.
I think they're the number one podcast, distributor out there. Did I say that right? I don't think I did, but fuck
Fuck,
it.
okay,
No.
roll with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're like the number one podcast at the 8 to 10 slot in this
Number one, at
1 mile
Slapdick
radius.
Studios. Don't worry. Number one at Slapdick Studios all day, every day. You never have to worry about us being number one there because that's us. So we thank you though. But I think I looked right and we were number one on iTunes. Don't look it up and don't Google it, but we were number one.
My computer says so.
Yeah, my computer says it right there.
Don't
So,
Google
yeah,
that.
I see like an order and ours is at the top, so that means we're number one,
And
right?
that's how it works.
Yeah, that's how it works. I mean, man,
I don't
you guys
know.
were okay.
It's okay.
Speaking of
Don't worry about us.
okay, our team started off okay, and it didn't end so well though.
Well, I'm going to put this out there. The Raiders might have played 3 of the best quarters you could play ever against a juggernaut of a team
they
like
gave
the
no
Kansas
points in
City.
3 of the quarters.
Exactly.
Yes.
The first, third, and fourth quarter were lights out. Raider football, back to where we should be. Really like this team, man. Bunch of grinders. And the second quarter, though.
The second quarter. Why do you have to play the second quarter?
I don't know. Second quarter was the most pass yards ever thrown for in one single quarter in the last 40 years by a quarterback, and it was bad. 28 unanswered, and that's all they needed really. Because, well, I'm not gonna lie. At the second half of the Raider game, I was at the fair with my
Oh,
daughter.
wow. Oh, well, good for you.
Amongst others.
Yeah, 'cause
My
you
whole
already
family,
saw the
actually.
you saw the whole game if you saw the first half.
Yeah,
I mean, you saw the whole
I
game.
know.
You're a
I
smart
actually
guy.
scored.
Another.
And then I
prediction
left, and
correct.
I thought they were just gonna end up getting demolished by like 50. But so I was kind of pleased.
And would you happen to have been at the fair with Raul Carcosas?
Oh hell yeah, that's my guy. We were there.
And he's
We're
playing, he's
sharing
playing his
dogs.
drinking game. I'm going to just pray that his drinking game is not cuss words and it's not us saying gay jokes.
No.
Yeah.
The drinking game is definitely us talking about like blowing each other and stuff.
Oh, yeah. Well,
Yeah.
we did that in the parking lot prior to coming in, so I guess that's out of the way.
I got video.
I guess it happens often from
Yeah.
what they tell us.
It's called two buddies that just like to
Appreciate
fucking sword
each
fight
other.
each other in the bathroom. No big deal.
Yeah.
I mean, don't all friends, all
Good
people
take.
do that, right?
Good take.
Yeah. Hey, good job. Instead of high fiving, we slap cocks. I mean, this is what we do.
That's so far away from the length of my shit though.
Oh my god! It's more like we hug. We have to hug in order for that to happen.
Pinky promising more than anything.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh shit. But yeah, man, the freaking Raider
Yes.
game was a disappointment, especially after you watched the first quarter.
Like your cock.
Speaking of disappointments.
Speaking of disappointments. While we're on topic, keep bottoms up, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. And they were and they started off the first quarter, I think it was 10-0, 13-0. No, I don't even remember.
It was
I'm
10-0.
making shit up. I'm making shit up. 10-0.
Because we only got 10.
Oh yeah, I'm
All
on
we got
13.
was the 10.
I thought it was 13 though. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they got us pumped up like we're gonna hang
Yeah.
with the Chiefs.
I
Let's
thought-
go.
I'm gonna tell you an honest story. So we're driving around and I'm checking the score and I'm like, because I'm not thinking they're gonna win, so I'm just gonna go about my business, my regular daily life. And I'm like, they're up 10-0. So I tell my family, oh my god, the Raiders are up 10-0. We're playing one of the best teams. Blah 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 blah. So they're like, cool, Dad. Like, we're happy for you. My wife's like, okay, cool. I'm not lying to you. By the time we gotta do it real quick and go and get some lunch. I tell my wife, what do you think the score is of the game right now? And she's like, all I know is they're just losing. And I'm just like, yeah, they're losing. That's it.
Yeah, it got bad fast.
Fast.
Yeah.
And then it was over. I thought like maybe we can get a touchdown here, get a little crunch time, something. But nah, we'll just play one half of football.
I know,
and that's
especially
it.
and that's why I was
Yeah.
like I said, I didn't watch anything of it, didn't hear anything of it. So when I seen the score, I was like, what the fuck? Like, did they even come out? Was there a freaking weather
They
delay?
just called it.
Yeah,
It's called,
exactly.
there was lightning in the area. And I said, forget it.
Or maybe they're the Chiefs. They seen that we're gonna play them again. Let's not throw all our tricks out there. So
Yeah.
They knew they had it in
Or
the
maybe
bag.
the Raiders did. The
But I
Raiders
didn't
okay, we're up 10-0. We're just gonna show them how we start off.
You know what's terrible about our podcast is that neither of us seen the second half, so we have no real in-depth analysis on like, hey, maybe they just like showed a lot of heart and like we're just missing the.
No,
whole
what happened
fucking
was they showed up to the second half, so that's all that needed to happen. But speaking of showing up, they're gonna have to show up this weekend in Minnesota, and that's a team coming off a loss to the Packers, and they got a solid D.
And
how do you feel about that game?
They're at home and they have a good home crowd that is loud and proud, and I don't even know what it's about. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry, but they really have a freaking home crowd that's like pretty stifling, and it's like, and their defense is already good.
Yeah.
They lost last week, and they could have easily won that game.
Yes.
Against the Packers, so they could be coming in here 2-0, beating the Falcons, whooping the Falcons, and then also they're a couple plays away from being the Packers. So, and I think that's indicative of the 8-point spread or something. So yeah, that's where that's coming from.
Yeah, but the only thing that we have on our side is they have Kirk Cousins, and I don't think he's too swift. So I think we have that on our side. He's going to give us a couple turnovers here and there. He's going to keep us in the game. Yeah. What I'm nervous about, though, is they're not going to be able to stop the run, and then that's when we're going to get in trouble.
Well, Dalvin Cook has been torching people.
Yes.
So he's the biggest streak. In fact, that's who they're going to have to key on is Dalvin Cook. And like you said, put it in Kirk Cousins' hands, and hopefully he throws a couple picks. I could see them getting around in the corner, maybe forcing a fumble or two, because I agree with you. He has those, like, he has baby hands.
Yeah, it's like a wise man said. This is a Super Bowl rematch from the 70s.
I said that earlier.
Yes. So we're rematch from the 70s. I mean, that's great. I mean, yeah,
It is, though.
none of us were alive, but I mean, that's cool.
I'm trying to build the hype.
Yeah, trying to hype it up. I mean, no, they once played in the Super Bowl.
I mean, but they are two historic franchises.
Yeah, the Purple People Eaters and
Right, yeah.
Raider
I mean, there's a lot of
Nation.
history in both of them, and it's a Raider, it's a Viking. Let's go at it. Did you hear to go way out topic, and I'll probably,
I love it.
sorry. Mike Leach got interviewed, right? And he
Oh,
was talking
my
about,
gosh.
Mike Leach is kind of
Yes,
a fucking stoner weirdo.
kind of.
Yeah, he's so
Yeah.
he's like space. He reminds me of like Norm
Macdonald.
Macdonald. Like
Yeah.
his comedy is almost like, is he being funny? Is
Yeah.
he being like serious?
Is that
Like, what
him?
the-
Like
yeah.
his shtick is kind of like creepy. Guy.
Yeah. So and he has a slow flow too, like Norm Macdonald. Like you gotta take into account. But he's talking about. They asked him who would win amongst the Pac-12 mascots in a fight to the death.
I'm not lying to you.
Did you hear that?
Yes, I heard it. I'm not lying to you. It was one of the best breakdowns of anything I've ever heard in my life.
You would think he was waiting for that question for like 10 years.
Yeah, I know. I sure as hell was.
No,
I
but
would've handled that with
I
ease.
think at the end of the day, right? A Sun Devil. That just sounds like he has.
Yeah,
It's like
it's a methodical creature. Anything that's methodical, I mean,
But if you take the Sun Devil out, what do you think?
you take the Sun Devil out.
Bruin,
You got
a bear,
but then you got a Trojan
bear.
with the sword, though. The man is a man.
He
with
always
a
has
sword.
a sword. The Trojan has a sword.
He stays
But
strapped.
then when they're talking about the Utes, what if he has a strap? What if he has
Yeah.
a fucking Ute?
I don't know, but see, that's the thing though. The mascot, I don't think he walks around strapped.
No, he
though.
has that.
So,
He has like I think a bayonet.
he likes jerking himself off to the
Yeah,
side.
this the way, though, with a stranger.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah.
Anyways,
Hey, Boogie, drink again.
oh, there you
I
go.
don't think that was a gay innuendo. That was him stroking himself off. He's pleasuring himself. How's that me?
You're
Just
thinking
drink
about
again,
jerking
Boogie.
me off.
Yeah.
You're thinking about jerking off and me
No,
in the
that's
same
right.
sentence.
Because you're not getting none tonight for me, so you're gonna have to jerk it off tonight. See if
Oh,
we're not.
look who's acting like a little bitch.
Yeah.
You're not getting none from me tonight. I have a headache.
There you go, Book. We don't do things like that around here. Never. Yeah, no. I was gonna say something else right now, another kind of stain, but I'm not though, because I want Boogie to get home safe.
You don't want him to drink
I
too
don't
much.
want him.
Oh, shout out to Book. Book just started a new job today.
Oh, and it was just his birthday. You partied with him after the show. How
Book's like Barney Stinson. Like, what do you even do? Like, what do you do? Like, no one knows exactly what he does.
Yeah, I know exactly. Right.
He's like a man of many fucking talents.
Like you don't even ask him what kind of job he has because he does something cool.
So, yeah, and he works from home.
You know
all
what
the
it
time.
is? Like, yeah, he's one of the kind of guys that doesn't really like his job's not a job. Like he does something fucking cool.
Yeah, he does what he loves. Like,
exactly.
Well, yeah. Like
Yeah.
what we do every Wednesday.
Except he
Here
gets
at the
paid
fuck-
and we don't.
Yeah, it's all right. It's
Yeah,
all right.
man, what are
We'll
we
get
gonna
there,
do?
baby.
We'll have
It's
fun.
yeah,
We gotta
Rome
start
wasn't
us-
built
you
in a
gotta start
fucking day.
somewhere. I mean, things happen. Blah, blah, blah. Speaking of things happening, though, one of the big games of the weekend, as we just touched on KC and Mahomes having that record-breaking second quarter that he had, which was 278 yards and 2 TDs. They're about to play the Ravens. They're about to play the Ravens. What do you think about that matchup?
Yeah, everyone's hyping this as a super clash of the Titans because they're both 2-0, and the Ravens have been putting up dumb numbers and blowing teams out. But I'm glad that you brought that up because I actually don't think it's that big of a matchup as people think.
Yeah,
I'll tell you like right now.
I'm gonna tell you like this.
The Kansas City Chiefs are the real deal.
Sit back and relax,
They
everybody,
went
because
on the
he's about
road.
to drop knowledge on everybody.
They went
So
on the
just
road to
sit
Jacksonville.
in and
Jacksonville is not a terrible team. They lost Nick Foles, and they still put it on the Texans. Could have easily won that game.
Yeah.
Gardner Minshew still repping for the Pac-12 though. Gardner Minshew for the Jags. Is
Hell of a stash.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say
Surprise
is
your mom.
the Chiefs go to the Jags, beat them handily. They go to the Raids, which will prove to be a good win because the Raids are better than a lot of people think. Up front, offensively, defensively. I mean, and then obviously, like they didn't put it on them too crazy, but I just think the Chiefs are going home now, and they're gonna play the Ravens, who have played the Dolphins. Who are shit. They're probably one of the worst teams I've seen in the last 10 years. If they win a game, I'll be super fucking shocked.
You know what, you want to get on that right now?
I want them to finish that. And then they played the Cardinals, who are young, expected to lose. They're not even expecting to win. They're another team that's on.
They're just playing games.
Down.
They're playing games. They're trying to get better and all
so
that
the Ravens
stuff.
are coming in with a lot of hype, and I respect them. They always Harbaugh always seems to like play to his strengths and make shit happen with whatever the fuck he has going on, even if it's Lamar Jackson, who's, not as pocket passer ready as most guys would, as most guys that you would want as your quarterback. I just think that they're going to get their ass kicked this weekend.
All right, there it is.
Their ass kicked.
Heard it here first,
because
ladies and gentlemen.
they have a great team. They have a good D. It's just that they haven't played a team. They've been kicking people. They've been punching people in the mouth who are smaller than them. They've been rolling around as 8th graders, punking some 6th graders, and now they're gonna run into some fucking sophomores and just get. You know what I'm saying? Is that a stupid analogy?
Yeah, kind of, because they're not sophomores. They're like one of the best teams in the league. So I would say they're running into the varsity, the seniors. They're running into the big dogs.
That's what I'm saying. I'm calling the Chiefs sophomores and them 8th graders. Like they're gonna run into some high schoolers now. You know what I'm saying? They're punking the 6th graders, and now they're running some high schoolers. Because I think this, I just don't see it lasting. Doesn't it seem like fake, right? Like the Ravens, like their success.
Sorry, my head is totally on another story because you said 8th graders and sophomores, and I have a great Blaze Me Honest, my birthday story. But I want to tell them the second hour. I'm gonna tell them the second hour because that's the jack-off hour. So we're gonna tell the Blaze Me Honest, my birthday story in the jack-off hours because we talked about 8th grader and sophomores. So we're gonna go from there. Yeah, we'll get into that story later. That'll be story time, ladies and gentlemen, as we like to have when the jack hour comes along.
Cheeto letter, please.
Hey, fool, stick around for hour 2, fool. Shout out to my homie Tooch. He sounds exactly like that. I have one great impersonation. It's the homie Tooch. That's him right there.
Say his real name so he knows you're talking about him.
What is it? Rafael Batista. I'm like, what is his fucking name? What's your name? God damn, I don't even know. Hey, but you know what? I'm gonna lay some rules down right here at the Takeover. And this week is the last week that we're gonna talk Miami Dolphins football. Because they're not a fucking team. They're not a team.
But
that doesn't count.
What do we say?
No.
We love greatness or total god awfulness.
No, this is
That's all we got to talk about.
I got one quick question.
Go.
One quick question. If this is the last week for Dolphins football, what about Bengals football, and what about Cardinals football?
Yeah, we don't talk about them really. We just
I have a recurring thing with the Bengals.
I want you to do like the worst of the worst this year. Those three are going to be the shittiest teams this year to watch, right?
Yeah.
I think even the Jets might throw their hat in that ring too.
But you know what though?
No.
I don't even want to.
Well, Darnold comes.
Yeah, that's not their fault. They're hurt.
You're right.
But these fucking team is not even trying. And I dropped the F-bomb right there. And the reason why I did that is because these guys are playing a sport that you can get killed. So if you're a good player and you're surrounded by garbage, you can literally end up in the hospital.
Yeah,
and their team does not even care. They don't care. They're just trying to lose.
I know.
Why would you want to play for a team like that? Shout out to Mika Fitzpatrick. He said, "I want the fuck out of here," and he got what he wanted because you're only going to kill your career by doing this. So I just think they shouldn't have a team. They should just say, forget it. It should
I
be
totally agree with you though, because tanking in basketball is one thing. You know what I'm saying? No one's going to get hurt.
Yeah.
You're tanking in fucking football, then someone doesn't have their head on a swivel as an offensive lineman, and then Josh Rosen's fucking dead. You know what I'm saying?
But Josh Rosen is quote unquote the chosen Rosen. Maybe he can salvage this team, the chosen one.
Yeah, I think they need a godlike something to save this team because I can't even see him. Well, I don't know. You know what? I might have missed that whole entire thing though, because Josh Rosen I thought was going to be good, and it seems like no one seems to think he's the guy. And I don't think he's a leader.
What I'm thinking is maybe the Dolphins do like him, so they're trying to save his life.
Well,
but at some point, the starting QB is gonna get hurt, and you're gonna have to come in and play.
Yeah.
Because there's no way. I mean, unless he knows already to like spike it and get rid of it, because they're not trying to win. And if you have any type of talent, I would feel bad for you if you're on the Dolphins. But guess what? They've only fielded a team with no talent.
Yeah.
So what if they did like a major league though? They try to lose on purpose, and they end up being good.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
They get in some dude Joe Boo comes in the game. Imagine. I say fuck you, Joe Boo.
Yeah, fuck
that would be awesome. That's what's gonna end up happening. Or you know what? We're gonna talk about them next week because they're gonna start a winning streak. So we are.
So they have a fucking the statue would just start picking off of the Brian Flores. He's gonna be naked at the end.
Yeah, I hope so. Ooh.
No, yeah, I just think I think the Dolphins are. Yeah, I guess they're tanking, but I don't.
You guess they're tanking?
I know, but that's why it's hard to like.
No.
But that's why it's hard to say that they're tanking because you know how football is. Like, how could you say that those guys are going out there tanking? Like, there's no way because you put yourself on the line. If you start like not doing what you're supposed to do as a lineman or as a linebacker, and not like wrap up, I think it's instinct to like not to try your best when you're on the football field.
I'm not saying they're not, but the Miami Dolphins have purposely fielded a team
the worst team that they can. Yeah,
that's not good.
Yeah.
And if you were good,
I know.
We're shipping you out for anything that we can get for you. And which they've done a good job
And
against some assets.
if you think that you have like I was born in 1982.
Oh wow, established.
So think about this. Established. So think about this. So I the Raiders. The last time the Raiders won a Super Bowl, I was like 1, right? But think about if you're a Dolphins fan. If you're a Miami fan in general.
A Miami fan in general.
You're a fucking Marlins fan and a Dolphins fan right now.
Yes.
Because if the Marlins would have came, when would they come in the 90s?
Yeah.
And I was, I would have jumped on ship if I was in Miami. Like fuck, I would have been. I'm a big Marlins fan.
305, the OG.
And I would have been if I was growing up in Miami. I would have been a Dolphins fan for sure. Imagine those teams are just. I can't even say it. I don't have a word for it.
No wonder they're all coked out over
They're
there.
terrible.
They have to have a good time.
At least this is beautiful out there. It's a good time.
Good. I mean, why would you like? There's
And you know
no
what
reason
sucks
to go to the
about
game.
it too is that you get everyone's worst fucking shot because everyone goes out there and parties and they're all fucking hungover and they still go out and whoop your ass.
No, imagine though. I think next time, like, why would you play?
Oh, the
Tom
Heat
Brady?
were good though for a little bit.
No. I'm not saying. Yeah, I
Only
mean they've had their
LeBron.
teams.
My
We're
bad. I
just
take
saying
that
right
back,
now.
Miami.
No, they suck.
I don't want to shit
they
on
got lucky.
Lebatard.
They got LeBron.
Shout out to Papi.
Shout out to Poppy Levitar. Shout out to Stu Gatz.
Oh yeah, man. But they're god awful. On the Pats are going into the Jets, who are god awful. They're gonna be with Kevin Falk.
Well, we haven't even talked about AB. He played.
Oh yeah.
Like he played.
Oh, no, he scored a
The Dolphins
touchdown.
are so shitty that you can't even talk other topics. They're so bad that you have to start with them being so bad.
I know.
And that's why I don't want to talk about them.
And I don't even want to give AB props for fucking going against them or for doing anything against them.
We're
You know what I'm saying?
no props. We're giving him no props for that.
And I'm telling you, there's just so much karma coming. Someone, Avantez Perfect of this era, is just gonna come across and lay him out so bad. It's just gonna happen. It's gonna happen. There's someone out there that doesn't like the shit he's doing. Yeah. And they're gonna fucking.
Or it might just be a fan from the stands.
Yeah. Well, you never know.
Or maybe a woman that he's allegedly raped. I mean, I don't know. Maybe she
I
can
know. I don't want to get problematic.
Allegation. They got more allegations than touchdowns for the season. That's never good. When you got more sexual allegations than touchdowns on the year, that's right, not good.
And that's what's tripping me out about this whole thing. He's from Western Michigan, Central Michigan, something like that. And this is he was always like an example of like hard work and like coming from nothing, started from the bottom, now we here. And now he's just like such a fucking diva pussy. Like the biggest diva since Terrell Owens.
T.O.
Since Terrell Owens and even Terrell Owens was just balling all the time, and he wasn't even this much of a pain in the ass.
Yeah, no, he just like hated his quarterbacks, and
Terrell Owens was like a fucking god. Like he's fucking 6'4" fucking runner.
He's a robot.
Yes.
he's a robot. Apparently, for those of you on Spotify and iTunes, AJ is looking like a robot.
Yeah, and fuck this dude. I'm telling you, he's one hit away from being out of the league. I can't wait.
Yeah, but then in the Super Bowl when he scores the game-winning touchdown, go Pats!
No, I won't root for him. I swear to God, I will not. I guess Brady's throwing it, so I'm gonna root for Brady. So yeah.
Hey, you can't tell him to drop it.
I love Brady.
Yeah, see, you're gonna cheer for him at the end. You're like, oh yeah, well, I'm a Brady fan.
Nah. I don't like the allegations that are coming out. And you know what I really don't like? Is the fact that he had a chance to dead it and he was being a fucking tight fucking pussy. You just got a $30 million bonus, bro. Pay her. Like, what are you doing holding out? Like, what?
Whoa.
No, but I'm saying, like, this is a civil case. It wouldn't even came to light.
Non-disclosure sign.
They had negotiations and there was a deadline on the negotiations, and he didn't want to agree to the terms.
Yeah.
And supposedly it was because it was too much money. It's like, bro, just fucking.
But if you didn't do it, you didn't do it though.
Well, I guarantee the check's gonna get signed.
Oh,
eventually.
Yeah.
So it's like you might as well have just deaded it and it didn't get it in the news. But he's not thinking logically lately. Who cares?
And if anybody wants to call in too, we got the phone lines. We definitely have the phone lines. That's 909.
So you don't think he did that though? Because you're usually on the side of. Oh, I'm sorry.
909.
Okay, threw me off. You're usually on the side of fucking the victim here.
323-2626.
No, but what do you think?
No, you know what? Okay. What do I do on Thursday?
No.
909 323-2626. 909-323-2626 for an episode 10 of the Takeover.
Yeah.
Yes, I usually am on the side of the victim. Usually every single time, but when it's a civil thing and you didn't call the coppers and you wait like a year or two later, I'm not on your side. Hey,
copper.
Hey,
copper.
The fuzz. 5-0. Oh, 5-0 is pretty hip.
Yeah.
Can we get away with that?
I don't know. I don't think people know that anymore.
What do people call them? What do people call cops now?
Popo.
Popo? All right. Call in if you're under.
Nah, just kidding.
20.
I don't know. Yeah, we're washed. Who knows?
Yeah, who knows what they're calling them nowadays? Maybe they're calling them, hey, they're my buddies, man. They're just here to save us. The world we live in now.
No, probably the opposite.
Yeah, probably
the enemy.
They're here to kill us.
Yeah. You know what it is though? They do have a negative cognition to them. Is that what the fucking word?
No, it's not, but it's okay.
I'm pretty sure it is. Because even like my daughter, like she looks at it like, oh, here comes the cops.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, Dad, put that beer down.
Well, maybe
stop driving.
Maybe she's learning something from her father. hey, Dad.
Hey, maybe put that Budweiser down while you're swinging through the 60 East.
Yeah.
No, but like I'm saying, like, she looks
honey,
like scared
it's a
of
Coors
them.
Light. It's mostly water.
Duh.
And then you throw it out the window.
No, but yeah, like I don't know, it's weird. Like she just like gets like weirded out by them. She doesn't say like, "Hey, those are our saviors," or like, "Those are the people that are gonna save me one day."
Yeah,
sucks for them because there's a lot of good cops and there's a lot of bad cops. So
I don't know any of them. I mean, I do. I mean, if you want to like the show, if you don't, then you know what side of
hey, there's a lot of coppers out on the beat that need to hear some shit on. Hey,
do.
so tune in and we'll
but honestly, if something happens to me, I'm calling 911. I'm hoping you.
That's
show
what I'm
up.
saying. Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, everyone hates the cops until they fucking need them.
Yeah, exactly. And if you pull me over or something like that, you tell me to put my fucking hands up, I'll do it. I'll listen to anything you tell me to do. Anything you say, I will listen.
Especially
I
now.
won't yell back. I won't do nothing. I'll just keep them up.
But there is a lot of shit. Like, did you, fuck, see, no, I'm going off topic. But Hassan Minaj, this is the last one about the policies.
Yeah, you know what?
That was
I
good.
started watching it and then I started.
I know, me too. I don't know, it's like the first 15
Yeah.
minutes, but it was starting to get it. And
Yeah.
I was like, damn, this is getting too deep for me.
Shout out to him. Great
I have
show.
to fucking vote this year.
Patriot guy.
Thanks a lot.
Oh, yeah. Maybe we should register.
Actually, this year's the one. I'm going to tip all the scales.
I know. You're going to be like that one movie with Kevin Costner.
Yeah,
Kevin
Swing
Costner?
Vote. It's Swing Vote,
Oh,
yeah.
wow. Into the name. That's terrible.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You remember. Yeah, so speaking of swing vote, that has, I don't know. I was going to try to go somewhere.
Speaking of swingers.
Bring your mom.
Slingers. What's it called? Slingers?
Yeah.
Or swingers? Yeah, whatever.
Slingers.
I don't know. You know.
We're slingers now.
Yeah.
He's all
Oh.
creepy, rubbing the leg. Want some leverage? Yeah, so anyways.
Anyone needs some leverage. Rams played the Saints.
The Rams.
And it
played
did
the
not live up to the hype. The 2 games prior to that.
I guess we should start with the boring news that everyone's probably heard now if you're a sports fan, which is Drew Brees and also Ben Roethlisberger are out for a significant amount of time. Ben Roethlisberger, what?
Dunzo. But he was Dunzo when the season started. I
Yeah,
saw
he
the
was
kind of
not
shape
looking
he was
good
in.
at
Yeah,
all.
and he was done before the season.
You know what's
started.
crazy? Deion Sanders, after the first week, he said Ben Roethlisberger's going to retire before the season's over.
Yeah, he did.
He called it.
He
And
did.
he's not retired. He got hurt, but he might not ever come back.
I don't
He's
think
old.
should. Yeah,
he probably should. He didn't look
He
good.
looks like he don't want to play anymore.
He doesn't. He doesn't look like he
He
wants
definitely
it.
looks like he doesn't want to go in the weight room anymore. That's for sure.
I know. I mean, what the fuck else are you doing? You can't go. I mean, all the diets
Eating
that people are on, like you see everyone like losing weight now. It's just like the thing to do. It's like easy.
Well, maybe not us.
I mean,
I'll speak for myself.
But even us, like we'll like get a wrap here and there. Like he looks like he's just like, no, give me the burger.
I need my protein.
It's Roethlisberger, not wrap.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's add the pickles burger. I don't know.
Why
sorry.
pickle? That's not
I
even
don't know.
fattening though. I like
Yeah,
it though.
Because
Maybe it's just what he likes.
he wants a pickle.
That's why he's so salty.
Yeah. Wow. There you go.
I'm trying to pick you up, but that didn't work.
That was terrible.
No, but yeah, he looks like he needs to definitely. Looks like he needs to be dedicated to his craft, and he doesn't look like he is.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm pretty sure in your 40s you need to be like over dedicated to your
You need to
craft.
be retired or
Yeah.
you need something.
Same thing with Eli. Eli just got benched, and he looks like the same way. He looks like he's content to be like
You know
as a backup now. Like,
You know the funny thing though? His face.
let me get my bag and chill out.
His face has always looked like he got demoted to being backup. Like,
Yeah, I know,
face,
right?
though. He scores the game winning touchdown in the Super Bowl. Like, I just got benched. Like, it's got
know.
the same face every time, which is punchable and benchable.
Very
Both.
punchable.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny though? He acts like kind of like aloof and like a dork, right?
Yeah.
But I guarantee, like in like real life, he's like rich, fucking like stuck up asshole.
Yeah,
man.
you think so?
Hell yeah.
Like, he wears a robe to sleep
Like
the
he's
shit off.
cooler. Like he's like Peyton's way cooler.
Yeah.
Cooper's way cooler. He's like the biggest dick in the family. Probably.
Yeah, he's got like that stupid like red like rich man robe and he walks around
yeah.
and shit.
And he has that stupid face all the time. Like he's always bothered. Like,
yeah.
you see it?
Yeah, that was cool.
That's my Spicoli face.
Yeah.
No, yeah, and why are we going there? Oh, the reason why I was bringing that up is because, so he's out. It just seems like there's a serious change of the guard coming in the NFL when it
change
comes
of
to
the guard.
the quarterback position. Roethlisberger might not see life again. Just kidding. Breeze, they're saying he's gonna be out 6 to 8 weeks. I mean,
And
like I
Teddy
said,
Bridgewater doesn't look too swift. Maybe
anything you
Hill
do,
look a little bit better.
I actually like Taysom Hill.
Yeah, I like
do
Hill
some
too.
Lamar Jackson type shit. You're Sean Payton, some fucking offensive guru, right?
Apparently not.
Make some shit happen with Taysom Hill because Teddy Bridgewater doesn't like then again, I'm not in the fucking in the building every week. Maybe it was just like
No, I'm there.
He got
I'm your insider. Next time
thrusted.
you ask me a question. I'll let you know what happened.
No, but he got thrusted into a game that he wasn't expected. The game plan wasn't around him.
Thrusted into.
Yeah, exactly. He probably did though. He looks like he's one of the low key ones.
Yeah.
They say what like 1 out of every 4 or 5 people is gay.
Yeah.
There's so many gay people in the NFL.
What do we? I didn't mean that.
No, I meant because he's talking about thrusting him, and I
Yeah.
said that he's down.
Yeah.
There's like a handful of people that I know that are down.
Allegedly.
No. Confirmed. I blew him in
Teddy.
fucking LA.
His name is Teddy.
Teddy's pimp though. Imagine your
Yeah.
name was Teddy.
Yeah, whatever.
Hey, what's up, baby? It's Teddy.
Teddy penned her ass over. What's it called?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yes.
So Teddy Pendergrass not looking good on the Saints. I think Taysom Hill should step in. I'm glad that you said that.
Yeah, you know.
Teddy Bridgewater.
Yeah.
Teddy Pendergrass. The fuck.
You know who did though look pretty playa too though was my boy OBJ. Not only was he rocking the watch again,
shit.
but everyone's saying it was like the Folex, not the real deal.
They're saying
So
2.2 fucking man.
ain't
Get the
nobody-
fuck out of here.
get
There's
outta
no
here.
way.
That fool's wearing the Folex, no doubt about it.
Now they're hyping that shit too much.
But dude, he made a couple of plays in this game. One play, he did the old school one-handed grab that he's known for doing.
Yeah, it was dirty.
And the second play that he made, he caught the little slant pattern, and dude went ludicrous speed down the middle of the field. And that's 3 for me. Ludicrous speed down the middle of the field, bro. They said at one point your man was going 26 miles per hour.
Yeah, I know.
If dude was by a school, he would get pulled over.
Yeah, you're right.
Think about it.
That's awesome. You know what I hated about that though is that they're all like, "Oh, Baker Mayfield looking like the next Brett Favre." Like, I could have threw that fucking
with
slant.
the picks, my guy.
I could have threw. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I could have threw that. He has 80 yards tacked onto his total yardage because of that one play.
And Pops could throw a good out pattern. Shout out to you,
Pops,
Pops.
yeah.
Pops would have thrown that out pattern all day long to him. All day
My
long.
dad always, every time we're watching football, he's like, "How do you not do it?" He gets up and he's like, "Just fucking throw it!" Like he's up there acting like he could do it. It's so
Yeah.
funny.
Pops, show us that out pattern, baby. Show us that button hook all day.
He's
Shut up, Pops.
like, "You do this every day. How could you not do that? It's throw the out."
Throw it out. Throw it away. Just slide. The instincts, man.
I know. Let's see my dad go in the back and try to slide, fucking bust his knee.
Yeah. Oh, I would love it. When I would pay to see Pops like just do a scramble drill.
Yeah, just run and slide.
I would do the scrambled egg drill. Only
What?
that's only with a fucking. I think any of us have been doing. Jesus Christ.
Shout out to Pops. Oh, they had the wedding on Monday. I missed
we
it.
missed
It
the
looked
wedding.
beautiful.
Yeah, it did.
It looked great. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
they
was,
sent
it was
you the
cool.
tape.
They had a good. Well, it's on the gram. Everything's on the
Yeah.
gram. So I was really happy for them. Shout out to my sister Marlies and Ryan. Yeah, good times.
Yeah, hopefully Pops calls in. You know Pops has to call in.
I hope so. I talked to him earlier, and he was Oh, we were talking about some other bullshit, but yeah, he said he's gonna either call or text. I hope he does. Come on, Bubs.
Bubs, give us a call. We want to check up on you. We'll make sure you're still.
Speaking of Pops, though, he's a big Rams fan, and I think the Rams are 2-0.
I know they're 2-0.
I mean, I know the Rams are 2-0.
Yeah.
I think they're a legit 2-0 though.
Yeah.
Unlike the Ravens, I
yes.
think the Ravens are legit. They're gonna win the division, but because I don't think I like the division, I just think the Rams are like legit back. Like they look like they're poised to get back to either the NFC Championship or the fucking Super Bowl. They're just too well coached, dude.
Yes.
You can tell.
It is.
And you go.
They have a lot of talent to go with that.
Well, no, yeah. Don't get me wrong. But it's just, they go on the road to Carolina. They play an early game. You know, the West Coast team playing at 10 o'clock in the morning, basically, over there. And if you can show up and they make it happen, they come back home to it. And I know Drew Brees got hurt, but that's still
they were going to win that
formidable.
game. Like we
team.
said, they were going to win that game.
Yeah, we
Both
did
of
say
us
that.
called that.
Huh. Yeah, and just to jump ahead a little bit, I think the Rams actually go into Cleveland this weekend and put on a show too.
Wow.
Maybe not put on a show. Actually, you know what? I have a crazy they end up winning by like 2 points or something.
Because the Rams, they're a good road team.
So I wouldn't drop the 3 points, but I would take them on the money.
I'm gonna jump ahead because you said that they're a legitimate contender for the NFC, and that's I agree with you 100%. But my dream scenario would be, because I love freaking chaos, would be for them to play the Cowboys in the Coliseum, because who has the home game at that point?
Oh,
Just
I
to
know.
prove to everybody. I mean, everybody knows Southern California is not a Charger town. It is not a Rams town. It's a Raider town.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that. So there are.
But that would be like an old school kind of matchup.
Yeah.
I know my dad's probably like, well, you know, they used to kill us with Ferragamo, son.
Yeah.
Like, oh, because,
Staubach.
Yeah.
I went bareback with Staubach one time.
It's Chavez too. No, yeah, freaking, yeah, that would be awesome. You're right, though.
Yeah.
All the stupid Cowboy fans.
Oh my God! What do you mean, stupid Cowboys? Stupid Ram fans? Just kidding.
That's true.
Stupid both team fans.
Nah, but I mean, at that point, or at any point, I fucking hate the Cowboys. I don't know. I just, you know, the people hate the Raiders. I hate the Cowboys.
Yeah, I think that's kind of like the rule. Those
But
are
you know,
two
it's
teams
not,
everybody
but
can
like,
hate.
it's not for like. And I think it's for a cool reason. It's because everyone liked them because they were good when we were growing up.
Yeah.
And it was just easy to do. And
Yeah.
it was like, oh, you like the Cowboys? Cool.
Oh, you like Hall of Fame players? Like 8
Yeah.
Like, why does your team get like 5 Hall of Famers for? Like,
Yeah,
I
they were
like that.
they were winning. Yeah, that's easy. Like if you're a 12-year-old kid and you pick like the best team,
Let
you're
me
a
tell
chump.
you. Let me tell you how good the Cowboys used to be. They had Jimmy Johnson, one of the greatest coaches of all time, one of the greatest general managers of all time.
How about them Cowboys?
Got so much talent on one team. Oh, I loved it when you said it. That was great. And they let him go, and they got probably the dumbest coach of all time, and they still won a Super Bowl. That's how good these guys were. And they beat teams like the 49ers, who had Rice, who had Steve Young, who had great players on the team, and they beat them. They were so talented. It's unbelievable. I could have coached them.
Oh, well, I mean, I will say Barry Switzer has won national championships
Yeah, it doesn't
and a
matter.
fucking Super
As we're
Bowl.
recording,
I'm
they're
pretty sure he's
playing
better
players. No, he's not. No, he's not. He ain't no Tom Flores.
Oh,
Oh, we got Mayfield, baby. Oh, go. Oh, there you go. That's Favre right there. That's the
Yeah.
only Favre thing that I got for him.
I know, and this is the next. I mean, evidently from what's going on in the field and on the TV, the commercials, this is the next cream of the crop. They're pimping Mayfield, Mahomes, and
Because the other guys are dropping like flies.
Well, that's what I'm
man.
saying.
Well, let's do the rundown.
That's why we were talking
Let's
about
do
the change of the
rundown.
guard thing.
Yeah, let's do the rundown. It started with Luck in the offseason. You said, forget it. I can't deal with this shit anymore. Now we looked at this week. You see Cam is injured. He's probably out. That
Yeah.
was destined to happen. Now you have Manning got benched. Basically, he should have retired also as well
Yeah.
once they got Daniel Jones. Now you have Roethlisberger and Breeze also are out. I mean, all those guys from the early era.
But then if you
Lisa-
think about
yeah.
it, though, like we should be more surprised that it lasted this long. Think about those guys you're talking about. They were drafted in like what 2000 and what
Yeah,
like
but
two
you
or
know
something.
what's crazy though? Tom Brady is still the best quarterback in the league.
After all those guys.
After all those guys, he's still the best quarterback in
And
the
he
league.
still looks
We
fucking
really
awesome.
need to look in the TB12 diet, bro. I think we'll live till we're
Or whatever the fuck
152.
he's doing. We need to drug test it, maybe.
Or we said Giselle Juice. That's what we said. She's an
Oh
alien.
my
That's
god,
not
dude.
fair. That's
I don't get it, bro.
Hey, speaking of
I don't get it.
hotties, I saw that J-Lo movie.
Oh, you
we can get
did.
the jack off hour too. We can get that jack
Oh
off
yeah,
hour.
that's definitely jack off
That's
material.
yeah, exactly. There's only one way to fit that bad boy in, and that's a jack off hour.
Yeah,
There's
I know.
another couple good ball games too, and another game that we also both called together. I actually said the Broncos were going to win outright, but that, you know what that means. That means they're going to cover the spread.
Yeah, exactly.
That means
Yeah,
they're
we
gonna
don't
cover
deal
the
with
spread.
wins and losses. We deal with covers.
We deal with
Come
covers.
on.
What makes you money? I didn't
Exactly.
say take it money line.
And
they're
we're
probably
covered by
gonna
half a point though, because it was 2.5.
But hey, I would have bought the hook. I would have been 3.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
would've
yeah,
been
yeah,
3.
yeah.
I could have been pushed.
We would've bought it. Yeah,
if
yeah,
we needed
sure.
that, it would have been no problem.
Yeah. So that was a money bet. There was a couple.
But the
others,
game was pretty horrible though. And
I didn't
again,
watch 1 second. Thank God.
I see the highlights. Speaking of highlights,
I didn't watch.
they
I
brought
swear to
back
God,
your
I
boy-
didn't watch one highlight from that game.
they brought back your boy Boomer and TJ. What do you think about that? I mean, I'm just like, it's done, bro. Who's clamoring? How old do you have to be to clamber for the NFL
said-
countdown?
I told you. You have to be. Oh, this is how old you are. You have to be like, call your grandson in the room to just like to be able to download it because it's only on ESPN Plus.
Yeah.
So that's the only way you're gonna be able to see it. And not only that, like. Even when it was on, was it that like was it something that
They
you
canceled them.
waited
The
to see?
ratings were
Like
going
were you
down.
always like, I can't wait to see primetime.
Yeah, I couldn't. I want to see primetime like Deion Sanders.
Yeah,
Not that one.
exactly.
Since that primetime was, I was like, oh, Deion? I mean, don't get me wrong. Like,
And then when people start having like health problems, like
Yeah.
maybe get them off the fucking TV. I don't want to be a hater. You know what I'm saying? Like I understand it's hard to like, oh, it's your passion or whatever, but like Tom Jackson doesn't look too great anymore.
yeah. And then they forgetting the guy's name wrong and the same nickname for like 20 years, bro. Like, come on.
Yeah.
Bad Moon Rising. Like, I heard it 25,000 times, my guy. Like, I could do the guy's freaking report for him already.
Right.
Whoop! Yeah. When I pull out my dick every time I go, whoop!
The Vikings go to the Raiders.
Yeah, it's like, how many times can you hear that, bro?
Yeah, I know.
Like, I could watch the highlights and do.
You know what's funny? Like, I think it's him too.
Mm-hmm.
He's like off-putting to me. Like, he looks like he'd be a dick, and like I don't really like
Oh,
root
yeah.
for him. Like, yeah, he is.
Google that shit.
Yeah,
when
he's
he like
super
pulls
much-
some people off.
Yeah,
sometimes,
he's a dick, right?
He's like dropping F-bombs. He's doing this.
And like some people, like you hear him, and like it still just like rings like it brings like some nostalgia, right? And I love it. Like Dickie V.
Yeah.
Dickie V, I can't get
Yeah.
tired of because
Yeah.
even like
I
going
am,
around
though.
like
I
I
am,
know you
though.
don't like him,
I am, though.
but like at least him, he's still on it. Like oh, they got a diaper daddy, baby.
Takeover, baby.
Yeah, like and he at least he still knows the names or whatever. Well, when he does a live telecast, he's a little slow.
Yeah.
But
And that fool is drenching. Yo, give my
Oh,
man
yeah.
a towel, for God's sake.
Yeah, he's
man. Give him
bad.
something.
it's bad in there. It's hot in those arenas, Josh. You
Yeah,
remember?
I mean, he's also 94 years old.
That's
Like,
true.
Yeah, I mean, really.
I know, and some of these people are just lasting long. Which
I know.
I mean, shout out to
That's
them.
why I think it's time. No shout out to them. It's time for us now.
Yeah.
It's our time now.
Yeah.
Get me in the booth.
I know.
Yeah, get me
They
in
have
there.
a lot of money. Retire.
Yeah, retire, bro. Give me a
Like, no
chance.
one's dying for Dickie V. Bring him back in the March Madness. Have one take. And that's it. And go
what's
back
it?
home.
Hey, who do you think's gonna win? Get the wrong pick and let's move on with the day.
Yeah, exactly. Or even Boomer. Bring him
Yeah.
back. The fucking Bills make the playoffs. Bring him back.
Or you know what? You do like little drops in him. Somebody's like gonna whoop. And
Yeah.
like, you know, just that's
Exactly.
it.
Shout out to Booms.
Yeah.
You know, like oh yeah,
You
sure.
know, okay, I'm gonna go back to him one time. I saw like a special on him on I don't know, like Inside the NFL or one of those HBO shows, dude. And they did like a rundown of him because like it was his last year. I think it was last year when supposed to retire. The dude uses a Rolodex to call people. Like we're in the 2000s, my guy. That's when you know your career should be over. If you gotta pull out a Rolodex,
Yeah.
like motherfucker, there's a phone. Say who you want to call and call them up.
Yes, I hate when
Yes.
people are like not scared, but you know they don't want to change with the times, and they're like, no, I've been doing like this for years.
Yeah.
Like, motherfucker, what if fucking someone lights a fucking match and actually jumps on that shit?
And
Now
I
you
wish
have no
somebody did.
context.
And I wish somebody did.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so
Like,
stupid.
And you know what though? And he gets paid so much money. He has an assistant. He'd be like, "Hey,
Yeah, put all these
can you give
numbers
me
from
the
this
take-
Rolodex
Yeah.
in my fucking phone. Like,
Yeah.
how hard is it?
Or hey, can you give me the takeover on line 1, please?
Yeah.
This Ash Dash.
I don't have to
please?
save any numbers
Yeah,
anymore.
exactly. Like,
That's your job, like an
Siri,
assistant.
call the takeover.
Yeah.
Whoop.
So he calls in right now. I heard what you were said, and the Bills are gonna be rolling. He does the Bills fan now.
Yeah. No one circles the wagon like the Buffalo Bills. Or you know what? Siri, give me X videos. Whoop.
That make me come if you fucking say that.
Yeah.
No. Speaking of the Buffalo Bills, though, shout out to us again. Well, I'm gonna let you.
Not
I'm gonna
you.
let you
No.
get all the
No,
love, baby.
you know
'Cause
what?
we're a team. We're a team.
Yeah. No. You're gonna get
I
all
said
the
the
love for that
Bills. I
one.
said the Bills. Take them
Yeah.
on the road. Why did I say that? Because they're just circling the
paying you guys.
wagons in
Yeah.
New York. Remember I said they're just saying that around. They played the Giants before.
Yeah.
No. They played the Jets and then the Giants, right?
They played the Bills. The Bills played the Jets. Yeah, exactly.
No, and
so they
like,
stayed. They just stayed there.
they stood out.
Because no one gets a steak in New York.
Yeah,
like my man said.
exactly.
They're feeding some good steaks out there.
Exactly.
Baby.
I had such logic behind it. They got a couple of steaks in them, and the Bills are looking like a real team, though.
Yeah.
2-0.
They have some really good coaching.
They
And
do.
What
I like that guy. He's
you know what I know they have good coaching is they thought the Peterman was good, and they still went to the playoffs with the Peterman in there.
Right.
Time.
Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
I mean, they still have a great staff. They still have their solid defense, and they just do like little things. And your boy,
They do like the little. You're right. They do little things
your
right.
boy Josh Allen looking like a stud. They do little plays
Get
for
the
him
guy
where
up.
he can run out of the pocket. Yeah, I mean, they
And he
got
has a
they got
rocket
little
fucking
team.
arm. I mean, I don't know. They might be a legit contender. The first time ever that the Patriots have in the AFC East.
So speaking of contenders, I'm gonna, you're the picks guy. You know me, I'm more of like a ratings kind of guy because my ratings are always on point. So let me give you my top 5 teams.
Top 5 here.
Let me give you the top 5 teams.
All right,
we got to
so.
go with the Pats because you have to go with the Pats. They're the defending champ,
There's no way.
and they just
Yeah.
murder people, and they have the best team. Just look at their talent. And this is the best defense they've had in the Belichick era. And let me remind you, he is a defensive coach. Just because he has Tom Brady doesn't mean he's not
forget.
all about defense. People tend to forget that. So giving him this defense is not fair. Then we got to go with KC after that because they have the best offense. They have Mahomes. They have MVP. I think there's no doubt that he's going to win it again, especially with Hill now that he's out and he's still putting up the numbers.
I know.
It's
First week
just
it was
shows-
Sammy Watkins.
Yeah.
Last week it was DeMarcus Robinson.
Yeah.
He's finding a way
Kelsey
to make
probably
it
this
happen.
week.
Yeah, he's gonna
Yeah.
find someone else this week. We don't even know.
He's probably going to start running the option.
There's a guy Hollard. There's another guy.
Hollard.
He's like another. I like it. I like it.
okay, I'll do it.
No, yeah, he's another like fantasy guy. He can make it happen with anybody. Mahomes
Yeah.
is a god.
Yeah. And then after that, here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to give it to the Rams because they've won, but I'm not that impressed with them. But I have been a little bit more impressed with Dallas. And the reason why
know.
is because of Dak. Dak is showing me that he is one of the top tier quarterbacks, that he is one of the great players in the NFL. And he just reminds me of a guy that just keeps getting better and better. You know what he reminds me of? He reminds me of Russell Wilson when he came into the league.
Yeah.
He was a good player, but everyone's like, oh, no, it's the defense. Oh, no, it's this. And then now you see the way he's playing. He's one of the top quarterbacks in the league. So when Dak started, it was, oh, it's all Zeke. It's all the offensive line. And then last year, oh, Amari Cooper. Now you're seeing all these guys, and he's making everybody better. So I'm putting Dallas in there right now in that 3-hole.
Before we move on from Dallas, and I know I was talking shit earlier, and I don't like them just because they're stupid fans, but I think you're absolutely right. I think Dak is like, there's times when you oh my god, I was thinking that exact same thing.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
That's why I just said it.
It's just like such a perfect fantasy name, and I never thought he'd be good at fantasy, and he's tearing it up. Anyways, so he's actually like, just like I said, I think I said this last week. The way he's placing these fucking balls, it's like it's not. I don't care who you're playing. He's making some throws that I didn't think he could make, and there's a lot of times where you have to eat crow, as they say. And when he came out, I was like, come on, they got this offensive line, they got Zeke. He's a joke, like whatever.
He's setting everything up with the play
and he was
action.
even more, I think, his first year of a game manager than Russ was even.
Oh, yeah.
Because
Yes.
Russ was making plays and scrambling out and like kind of be dynamic.
Yeah.
Where he was just more of a super game manager. his
Super
first year.
robotic.
Yeah, exactly. And then now that he's getting like a little bit, at least, and I think a lot of the credit has to go to Kellen Moore, man, the offensive coordinator. I mean, it's only been 2 games, but it looks like he's putting them in the position to succeed, and he's taking advantage of it because he's freaking dropping dimes, as Chen Differ would say. Shout out to Chen Differ. I love his analysis.
Great job. Yeah, he's like a high school coach right now. He's
Oh,
coaching
yeah.
high school,
It's,
for like a
imagine that.
powerhouse.
Fuck.
He said they have their own like weight room and their own like snack bar and their own everything. So it's like a college, like a prep.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure it's not freaking in the hood somewhere.
Shout out to him. And then after that, so obviously next, since I kind of mentioned their name, I'll put the Rams at 4. To me, they're still right there where they need to be. They're still probably could be deemed the best team in the NFC. I wouldn't get mad. I'm not going to fight anybody over that. And I think they're poised to make a run to the NFC title game. Like I said, I'm really hoping that the NFC Championship game is at the Coliseum because I would love to see the Dallas fans and the Rams be all sad to see their home game turn into a road game in a title game.
Yeah, I know.
Would be just hilarious
It
to
would
me.
be fucking awesome.
Yeah, it would be hilarious.
I
to
think
me.
you might. Well, go ahead with your 15. But I think before you say that, I think.
No, give me
I
a take
think-
on the Rams. Give me a
I
take on the
think
Rams.
you're. Oh well, I think I gave it a little earlier. As far as me thinking they're super solid. Their coaching is freaking awesome. They just look like they're always put in the perfect position to like succeed, and then like that's hard to notice. Like it's not like I'm some fucking in-depth analysis where I'm like,
oh no, you break down the tape.
no, but you know what I'm
break
saying.
down
Like
the tape.
I'm not. Like, so, but luckily for me, I mean, we're in LA, so I get to see a lot of their games.
Yeah.
And it looks like they're just like it looks like it would be hard to fuck it up.
Yeah.
Like they put them, like the coaches just. They got it on lock. And then they have, Wade Phillips is a Hall of Fame defensive coordinator.
Yes.
This Sean McVay is obviously up and coming, like, young
Sean McVay
young
knows like
genius.
his plays from high school that he ran.
Yeah. So
And I'm not messing around either.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think, what I was going to say is I think you might be, I think we might want to, put a little check mark on this episode 10, and this hour, which is the first hour, which we get real in depth. And I think Josh might have the Super Bowl or the new, or this year's.
The Final Four.
This Final Four, yeah.
The Final Four.
Yeah. I think Cowboys, Rams, KC, Pats would not shock me at all.
But here's a team that I think I do like though that can make a move. It's the Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, they look.
And the reason why is because when you have Rodgers and you have that defense that they have right now, because that defense showed me yet again that they're going to make plays.
Oh yeah.
And the offense got a lot better, and they're going to get better every week. And at the end of the day, if Rodgers needs to make a play, everybody in the world knows that he can do it. And he could make it. So when it gets into the crunch time, the playoff games, that's where the experience might come in. So maybe guys like Goff, and guys like Dak, you never know.
Yeah. That's what.
They're gonna be
you're
forced
right.
to make a play in crunch time.
Tighten
Aaron
up a little
Rodgers
bit.
has been there a little bit, so you never know, anything can happen there. So I do like them. So that's the top 5. Those are the top 5 teams. What about you? What picks do you like? Do you like any
quick on
picks
that
this week?
though? Well, real quick on that. The Denver goes into Green Bay. Green Bay is looking great, like you said. They're looking to go 3-0, and I think they will. I just don't love the -7.5, so I don't know if I would say, but I do love the under 43. I think
43, wow.
I think the Packers are going to get after Joe Flacco and not have him.
That might be like a 13-10 game.
I think it's going to be an early, and it's supposed to be bad weather too.
Wow. I thought someone was sweeping. That's what it
I
looked
was
like.
trying to find it. I was trying to find it in my brain. Sorry.
It's called the weather
I was looking at my
forecast.
phone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Either that or you're a DJ. You got something going on.
Bad weather. Now, yeah, so it looks like it's going to be raining and stuff. The Packers have been kind of not struggling on offense, but they've been like almost like trying to find like their super rhythm. I don't think they found it yet, and I don't think they're going to find it this week. I think it's going to be the next week where they start really clicking, and then that's when I can start playing Aaron Rodgers in fantasy with my full heart. But I think this week they're still going to struggle a little bit. It's going to be bad weather, and the Denver defense is always formidable. So
Speaking of bad weather, some bad weather going on in Jacksonville with this Jalen Ramsey. My guy, Jalen Ramsey.
Oh, I know.
I love Jalen Ramsey. And he's demanding a trade. He just said flat out, I don't think this team wants to win. Now, a lot of people are saying KC should make a run at him because, again, like we said, we got the Final Four on lock, and the top 2 teams are in the AFC, and they're going to face each other. And when you're looking at that stacked wide receiving core of New England,
Oh, yeah.
Jalen Ramsey, they need one guy to do something on. And Jalen Ramsey can take out somebody.
I just don't know if they could afford him, right?
I mean, well, Mahomes is on his rookie deal. That's the thing,
I
though.
guess so.
See, Jalen Ramsey wants to get paid. So why is he going to get traded to a team where maybe they won't pay him? Because he doesn't want to get franchise tagged or anything like that.
Well, if they trade him, I don't even know how it works. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree with you. That would be like the likely choice. But I don't think it just doesn't seem. I don't know. It doesn't seem like they're gonna go out and like take a fucking big headache on again. They just did the Tyreek thing. They're kind of like,
Do you think Jacksonville can get the same thing like a Khalil Mack kind of deal where they have to give up 2 first-rounders? Or
I know. I think they're out of their
You think
mind.
it's
I think
one
they're
first-rounder?
throwing that out there so they could get 1 and maybe a 3 or 4. But it's. I don't. Wouldn't that be like? I mean, that's ridiculous. You still have to
But
pay
what
the
if KC
guy.
gets them though? If
It's not like
KC
he's like
gets
a
them,
second
I mean,
year and you're paying him like
you-
nothing for the next couple of years. You
you
still
have-
have to get him and pay him.
You have to remember, KC right now, when's the last time they went to the Super Bowl? Again, I not in my lifetime, they've been in the Super Bowl. They've had teams that a team last year that a home
know.
game.
I didn't even
I
think
mean,
about
do you just
that.
go all
They're
in?
fucking
Especially with
bad.
Mahomes. Okay, let's just say even if you don't re-sign him or he's a headache to you, whatever. If you get 1 Super Bowl out of it, isn't it worth it? For KC, I'm saying for KC.
Yeah, no, I agree, but it's just I just don't know if it. I don't know how it works in their money scheme.
Okay, let me ask you this
They
question
just
now.
extend Tyreek and all that
if you-
shit. But
if you put-
I don't think they're gonna do it. Put it that way.
Okay, let me ask you something though. If Jalen Ramsey goes to KC, do you make them the favorites or are you still going with the Pats?
I'm
Let's
still
ask that
going with
question.
the Pats. I
Uh-huh.
said a couple weeks ago, until someone proves me wrong,
Yeah,
I can't-
I'm not
I
betting
can't-
against
I can't
Brady.
bet off the
I'm not
fucking
doing.
ball.
I've done it too many times. But
I have to go pee so bad. I don't know if people can see me squirming.
then why don't we just hit the break then? We can hit the break. Yo, B, can we hit the break then? So that way, AJ could bring out his little donger.
No, because there's so much more we want to get into, but nothing that we can get into for like 2 minutes, anyways.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
Unless we're having sex.
yes, exactly. And we got the 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
Ludicrous speed.
Ludicrous speed. Only know 2 speeds. Fast and ludicrous speed.
No, but we're gonna come back with the jack off hour, and I want to keep talking some football. We got a lot of SC talk that we didn't get into, a lot of other college stuff that we didn't get into. So
yeah, this is
come back with us.
episode 10, hour number 1. Come back for hour number 2. We're gonna do what we call the jack off hour, and this was doing a great little salsita shake. So we're gonna leave on that note. It's been episode 10, the Takeover. Josh G, AJ, come back.